Oh, yeah, babies. I'm here, y'all. Welcome to the show. Woo! It is July, 24th? I forgot already. Yeah, 24th. It is July 24th, 2024. Welcome to the OraCola, y'all. I'm Marcy Cola, coming to y'all live from Austin, Texas. It is hot here in the summer, and hot for so many reasons, not just because it's actually summer, but because the world is burning, y'all. It's burning. The flames is coming up. Yes, it is crazy town. USA, all over the world, but mostly in the USA right now. It's a little bit crazy, but I don't mind, y'all. I don't mind because I live on this shit. The weirder it gets, the more I'm excited because it gives me more material to talk about with y'all. So, I hope y'all are having a good week, regardless of the weirdness that's going on. Just because the weirdness out there is happening, don't mean the weirdness is happening in your life. And this is what I think a lot of people don't get. I think they think that the weirdness out there should make their life chaotic, when most of the time, if we're just being perfectly honest, it's just a minor sub like plot to the whole actual plot that is your life. So yeah, don't get too wrapped up in that shit. It is either entertaining or frightening, depending on your constitution. But yeah, we're having fun. Yay! All right. I'm going to move my chat box to the live chat option. If you ain't done that yet, don't forget to do it, because sometimes people get censored and the default is the top chat. So go up to that chat box, click that down button, and then go to the live chat. If you are watching and you ain't in the chat, guess what? You got to log into the Google and you got to give the man all your info, and he's got to track your shit, everything you type, whatever. But that's how you participate in this show. And if you're watching this show later, or even now, if you're a newbie, this is how it works. I'm the OraCola. I channel wisdom from the universe, and I don't know how it happens. It just happens. I decided one day I was going to do it, and suddenly I'm an oracle. So what I do is I channel through various oracles, cards, and things, and they're in the description box below if you want to take a look. But what I will do now, because we changed it up a little bit, we like to switch it up here. I will spin the Wheel of Fortunes. So you ask me a question in the chat, put it in all caps. I will spin this fancy Wheel of Fortunes, and we'll figure out what oracle I'm supposed to use to divine your answer. And that's what we do here, along with just other chit chat and political shit and whatever. So I'm gonna move my wheel platform closer. Let's see who we got here in the chat. We got Goog. Hey, good to see you. Lava, good to see you. Carol Jean, hi. We got family in the house, looks like. Yay, family. I'm sweating like crazy. I suddenly got a hot flash again. And I think it might be tied to the need for me to do a little ceremonial shot before the show. This has been something I've been doing ever since Cooking Good days. Always we did a shot right before, like at the top of the show. So I still continue this tradition, and I think that it might be causing me hot flashes. I don't know. It's weird. It never used to happen until, I went through the menopause. So it is what it is. Life goes on. I hope y'all are doing well. Like I said, I'm doing great, except I ain't getting no hours at work. So I am fucking broke, and also a little bit fretful that I might need to find another job. Like I'm kind of thinking. I've been lurking on all the job sites. I'm thinking I might need to change my job, it makes me sad because I really wanted to like this job across my street that I could get to quickly and easily, even if I just got to walk in the rain like I've had to do many times. And I wanted it to work out, but I just ain't getting the hours, and it's making me sad. So y'all pray for me. Send me your good vibes, whatever. I'm gonna be probably looking pretty soon because I can't live on what they're giving me this past couple months. I cannot keep it up. My savings is finite, and I'm gonna run through them if I keep up with this job. As much as I might like some of the people there, I just can't keep it up. Oh no, we ain't gonna start no GoFundMe for me. I'm gonna wait for like something that actually counts. Like maybe I'm having some kind of horrible medical issue or I get like in Russian jail or something. That's when you put the GoFundMe out, not for some just like random bullshit. Like I can go find me another job tomorrow if I'm willing to settle for bullshit. But I ain't willing to settle. I want to actually get a job I think I might want to stick with for more than like 3 months. So yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Anyway, enough about me. Before we get to the OraCola, we always do our ritual. Now is the time for you to do your ritual. If you would like to do one, you can always do your own ritual. I don't discriminate, but this is what I like to do. So, first up, we got to burn the sacred wood, get that tip nice and hot and smoking. And let that sweet smelling smoke chase away all that burnt sausage and dog smell that's currently in my apartment. All right. And then next, we got our bell. We're going to ring the bell and let the universe know we're here and we're ready to accept their guidance. And then we got our pathogen wand, and they're ramping up that bird flu narrative. It's bubbling in the background, so we better try to keep this thing going. I know it wants to die, but there it goes. Okay, it's on. We're gonna make this get rid of all them pathogens, man-made or natural, enhanced or original. And I'm gonna wave it on myself too, because at this point I need all the help I can get. And then we got our newest little ritual thing. This is for beauty. This is for my beauty, not yours. This is my red light therapy, because all the important like vloggers and podcast people are pimping this shit. And I figured, well, nobody sponsored me. I'm just going to go find me one at Goodwill. I just happened on one. And now I know that I can make myself beautiful at any time with this light, according to the man. So we're just going to keep this in the ritual, because Lord knows I need more beauty. I'm getting up there, y'all. I'm getting up there. Okay. We did this. Turn off, bitch. Okay. And then we got our Prospera spray. This is for prosperity. We want to make sure we're prosperous in all the right ways. So we're going to spray this over us and let that rain down upon us. Make it rain in all the right ways. And then, last but not least, we got our chakra anointment with the Florida water, just to make sure we get all them chakras nice and lubricated, even the root one. And yeah, there we go. Hey, fuck you. Good to see you. Hope it's okay up there in Canada. It ain't so good here, but we're surviving. All right. Well, there's the ritual. So I've done the ritual. Now we're ready to do the show. So if you have a question for the universe, please put it in the chat in all caps. I will spin the Wheel of Fortunes and we will see what happens. In the meantime, I don't want to disappoint y'all, but I do want to put it out there. I did not prepare no tea tonight. I did not prepare, because I feel like there is so much tea just bubbling out of me just randomly because of all the shit that's going on, that I don't need a prompt. I can just go on a tangent whenever I fucking need to. And this is what y'all are going to get tonight. So I'm sorry if y'all were hoping for some tea, but I'm going to give y'all the tea, if you know what I mean. And we got lots to talk about. Lots of shit. So if y'all are quiet tonight, well, I'll just ramble on for an hour. But please don't leave me hanging. Don't be assholes. Please at least give me a few things to bounce off of. This is how it works, y'all. This is an exchange. Fuck you. I hurt my back. Oh no, I'm so sorry. I really am, because I have hurt my back before, and I hurt my back when I was a young person, like very young, way too young to be feeling like an 80-year-old person. And that is literally what I felt like for like 6 months while it kind of healed itself up. I don't know what I did, but I threw my back out in the worst way, and it was painful. Like probably one of the most painful things in my life that I've ever experienced, including getting run over, which I've been run over. So yeah, it was rough, and I don't wish it on nobody. So I do feel for you. I'm so sorry. I'm sending healing vibes. Here's the thing. I ain't no Reiki practitioner, but I've seen a lot of folks doing it on the internet, and they just like do this and just like send their energy through the screen. So what the hell? It can't hurt. So all right, if you're also watching, why don't you do it too? Because the more the merrier. And all we're gonna do is send fuck you the healing energy and the goodwill and the good vibes. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. I'm picturing going in the back there, just moving up and down the spine, and just like giving little titches of like light and love to all the little vertebrae and all the little muscles and all the little things that are like up and down, and then I'm just gonna like kind of like give them a little pat and say, you know what, y'all don't have to act up. We love you. We hear you. We know you're feeling neglected. Whatever we did was wrong, and we're so sorry. But we're just going to like get on a different page and start fresh. All right. I sent it. Hopefully y'all sent it too. Everybody sent it. I hope you feel it. I hope you get better. I'm so sorry, and good luck. All right, who's got a question? Back to my needs. You're welcome, fuck you. I mean it. I do hope you feel better, because I know what that feels like, and it sucks. Okay. Nobody? Are you fucking kidding me? Nobody? Y'all, we ain't going to start with tea. We got to have at least one question. I'm going to be stubborn here and just like meditate until somebody puts something in the chat. And we can go the rest of the hour. Oh, I love it. Y'all did not want to wait for that shit. Is Joe Biden dead? Well, he's dead inside, according to the speech I just saw tonight. But let's see what the universe has to say. Okay. Oh, hold up. I'm going to move this. Which oracle? Oh, this one's very interesting. Getting some Hillary Clinton vibes. All right. Let me get the witch oracle and see which witch is going to tell us about this Biden mortality question, because it has been pretty prominent on certain social media channels, and definitely has been speculated about by many different people. It seems to be the death du jour, like the potential death du jour, like the week before we had the potential death of Donald Trump, and then now Biden felt left out, so he had to get COVID, and then suddenly there's a potential death about him. So I just feel like this might be some tit for tat, but yeah, we'll see what the witch says. So let's see. I shuffled it a few times. Let's see which witch we get. And it is going to be Hecate. How did I know it was going to be Hecate? That old crone. All right, let's just like read the Hecate blurb just so we get refreshed on it. But I kind of understand it. I think I know what the universe is saying right here. Hecate says it's associated with outcasts and misfits, a goddess of the underworld. Hecate carries 2 torches to light the way in the darkness and teaches us to see and love the shadow within us, the parts of ourselves that we try to hide or push away. Yeah, no, so we try to deny some shit here in this country, but you know what? We cannot deny the truth. The truth will be lit up whether we like it or not. And we just got to like face it. We got to face it. Whether or not Mr. Biden has passed on is not the important question. The important question is, how do you face how we got here, and how do you face the long slog to get out? That's the dark side of it, right? So whether or not he is deceased doesn't matter, because he's effectively dead in all intents and purposes, as a politician, as a leader, as somebody that we think might be holding on to the strings of reality. A lot of people was just like banking on that whole thing being true because they didn't want to actually face the darkness that it wasn't. And I know that the people watching this show are not on that side, but there's a whole lot of folks that was, and they suddenly had their whole like rug ripped out from under them. And they're having to deal with some like, do I stay in denial or do I face the truth? Hecate is telling you to face the truth. And whether or not he's physically dead, he's dead in every other sense. So yeah, he's dead. But we don't know what Gollum's going to rise behind him in the graveyard of bullshit. And this is the scary part. This is the scariest thing. We know this one is pretty much done. It's done. But what's the next one that's going to emerge from the mist? We don't know. We have been told which one it should be, but we don't know if that's the one it's going to be. There's lots of options, and a lot of them are terrible. But, you know, this is the price we pay to live the life we're living. We all incarnated for a reason, blah, blah, blah. So, okay, Carol Jean has a question. How does this work? Okay, how does this work? Got you. Can she just become the nominee because he endorses her? Well, apparently so, because, well, that's what they told us, right? Now, most people don't accept that as the truth. We were told there was a different system in place, but, you know, it could be that time where they're just like not willing to pretend no more. So yeah, let's get a crystal. I don't know that you can like get an actual legit answer. I think it's rigged. I think it's effectively rigged. It has been for a long time. And it's unfortunate that this is actually how low they're willing to go. They ain't even trying to pretend to make it look fair. So yeah, I'm so sorry. But sometimes the scales got to fall off your eyes, and sometimes them scales take a little bit of skin with them. And it might get a little bit raw. Just put some Vaseline on it. It'll get better eventually. Okay. Here we go. Crystal for how to deal with this shit. Amazonite. Loosen your grip. Yeah, just let go of any kind of expectation about how shit's going to turn out, because ultimately, you don't have no influence, and really doesn't matter that much. Does it really matter that much? Think about it. Like, aside from trickle down effects, which happen over the course of years because of it takes time to implement all that tax law and all that shit. Like, most people don't realize they're getting screwed because it happens so slowly that it just kind of like happens. It's like when you're getting fucked up the ass. Let's be honest. You got to relax. You got to relax because it's going to be painful at first. But eventually, if you relax enough and you have the right frame of mind, it'll like go okay. Most people just go through life like that. Something gets painful and it's like, and then they just kind of like let it go. Well, here's the thing. You just can't get too wrapped up in the whole thing. You're going to get fucked no matter what. Either side is going to do it. You just got to relax and just let it go and then not let it bother you too much because ultimately it probably ain't that big of a deal. Just like I was saying at the beginning of the show. Anyway, sorry, I got graphic there, but I couldn't help it. Couldn't help it. All right, y'all. Should we talk about that speech that just got done? I got to say something about it because I, first of all, spent the time to actually watch it. And I didn't think it would last as long as it did. And it went on way too long, obviously. It would have been far better to have him come on and do a very succinct 2 to 3 minutes, just A, B, C, D, E, F. Thank you very much. God bless America. Like that would have been the best option. But no, they need to embarrass this poor man who obviously ain't there 100% even more. And maybe this is his comeuppance for all the evil he has done. Like maybe he's getting his just desserts in front of our faces. Could be. But it was painful to watch. This poor old guy who is barely able to talk slur through that teleprompter thing that didn't even actually like really address the issues that most people have with him suddenly coming out of the like race with a weird Sunday afternoon Twixer announcement. Really? This is very bizarre. High strangeness. And I had to admit, I did do some belly laughs in the middle of the speech because there were some claims that were blatantly untrue. And I just couldn't help but think that we're living in the biggest fucking comedy that was ever written. At this point, I don't have any other choice but to laugh. I have gone way past the getting angry, way past the wanting to break shit. At this point, from my perspective, this is God's comedy for me. God is making this comedy for me. And I have to pay a little bit. I have to pay admission. The inflation is crazy. I got to pay more at the grocery store. I don't get enough hours, blah, blah, blah. I pay my money. But in return, you could not write shit this good. You could not come up with it. Like it is just gloriously laying itself out in the most hysterical way. And I was rooting for him. Honestly, I ain't no Biden fan. I ain't no Trump fan. I'm very independent when it comes to politics. I'm just a casual observer. So I'm observing this from a not emotional place. But I was rooting for him to kind of at least like have a grand exit because, we ain't going to see very much of him after this. This is kind of it. This was the grand finale. Whether or not he passes after or just kind of gracefully like fades in the background and other shit comes out. Who knows? I'm not tied to any outcome. I'm just like waiting here with the popcorn and waiting to see what happens. But yeah, and the whole conspiracies about him already being dead. Girl, I've been eating that shit up on the Twixer all week. It has been thick. I even fell for a little bit of a Twixer hoax. They said Jimmy Carter died a couple days ago, and I didn't look into it. I just saw it post, and I was like, oh, wow, that's so sad. But, he's been almost dying for like months. He's more tenacious than Biden, if you want to give my personal opinion. Jimmy Carter's like on his actual deathbed. Literally for months. His poor wife went before him. That didn't knock him out. He is hanging on. It would not surprise me if Jimmy Carter hung on longer than Joe Biden. Wouldn't that be a fucking fuck you to the Democrats? Like, I'm down with this. I'm rooting for you, Jimmy. You hang on, honey. You only got a few more months. You can do it. You can do it. But yeah, I fell for that Twixter hoax for a second. And then I realized like 2 hours later, CNN got onto it. And I was like, no, they would have gone on to that shit. That would have actually been reported. Even if it wasn't the top headline, it would have been down a few blocks. Anyway. So yeah, I saw the speech and I read the letter. The letter was terribly written. I mean, seriously, that's the best we can do in this country. That is the highest office. This is one of the biggest announcements of your career, and you can use the worst possible like just the way it was all done. It was just so unprofessional. So unprofessional. I'm very disappointed in my country for many reasons, but that at least we could do that shit right. Now we're just a laughing stock. There's people whose foreign language like is their first language who could write a better thing. Seriously. Very disappointed. Let's see. Let me go back to the chat and make sure I ain't got no questions here. Did they nominate her because of the DEI, the diversity, equity, inclusion? I don't know why they nominated her. This is very strange to me because she has been very much kind of vilified the whole time. But let's see what the universe says. Let's OraCola. Ooh, this is going to be juicy. We might need to do a little book reading to get the answer. But let's find out. Yeah, I don't know. It's the obvious choice because of the campaign finance shit. And they just nailed Trump on that crap. So they can't like flaunt it. They have to actually get that Democrat war chest onto Kamala. Even though she supposedly raised so much money, which good for her. I hope she did because she's going to need it. Because the other side's raising a lot of money too. It's like, which circus is raising the most money at this point? It's crazy. All right. Did they nominate her because of the DEI? What does the rhetorical say we should consider when asking this question? It is, what does that say? Of Mice and Men. Oh, this is a John Steinbeck novel. It might be appropriate. I feel like it. I feel like I'm that mouse getting squeezed in that fucking fist. That's for sure. Squeezed from all directions by bullshit. Yeah. So I don't know. Y'all are going to have to like read some like Wikipedia synopsis on that and interpretate that yourself because I actually ain't read that book. I should have read that book at some point, but I ain't read it, so I don't know what it's about. But it seems like Mice and Men seems, little guy, big guy, whatever. I'm sure it works because the universe said it. Okay. Next question. Is this pomegranate wine actually just pomegranate juice? Well, we don't know because does it have an ABV rating on the side on the label? Did you look? Because you got to see that. If it's got alcohol in it, it's got to have that on there. And if it's lower, like 8-9%, maybe 4 or 5%, then it's probably not going to get you as wasted as that 12% Merlot you've been slugging on. Pornicle. Oh, well, this is a very exciting oracle for this. Is that pomegranate wine actually just pomegranate juice? Let's get that random number generator flowing to see what number we need to choose. All right, there's 755 pages in the Pornicle. All right, I got to take these off. I can't see. 755. Page 651. Page 651 here in the Pornicle for the pomegranate question. Oh, wait. Almost. Well, okay. This is very kind of like nebulous. It don't actually answer the question. What it does say is, what do you think about this landscape? Does the landscape of this drink give you the wine landscape or the juice landscape? What do you feel about it? It seems like there's a mystery. You might need to dig deeper. You might need to go to the website of the maker to find out exactly what's going on with this product. You might need to dig in there. Cuz otherwise you're just going to have to like just take it as it is. I mean, I don't see no pomegranates. I see some men going into some caves. Looks like a man going in a cave, delving into the mystery of the pomegranate juice. And pomegranates have a lot of historical meaning, so you can also research that mythology. But honestly, if you don't see the ABV on the side of the label, it probably ain't got no fucking alcohol in it. And I'm so sorry you spent the money on it thinking you did. Sometimes it happens. Sometimes we get tricked by the shape of the bottle. We get tricked by where it is in the store. I've been tricked before. I admit it. Oh, what? I just activated the Siri when I said seriously. Oh, that's funny. Oh, that's so funny. Well, I didn't intend to because I never want to activate none of them things because I don't believe in that shit. I can't believe y'all have that shit on your phone listening. I mean, I know my phone is listening. I don't want it talking back to me. This is the thing I have with phones that people listen to that talk back to them. I don't want people talking back to me. I sure as hell don't want that fucking phone that I'm paying for every month to talk back to me and tell me shit. It's bad enough when I go to a store and I want to use my credit card and it won't go through because they think the place is dodgy. I don't want to be nannied by my credit card company. Like, seriously, if I go to the head shop, I want it to work. So, yeah, I ain't down with that Siri. I never use that shit. I never use none of that shit. I know there's loads of people that got that Alexa in their house and it's just listening to them 24/7 all the time, like all their conversations. It's bad enough my phone knows where I go and it sends me ads on my social media about shit that I've been doing just like casually on the side. And the only way they could have known about that is because I was on in the vicinity of the Wi-Fi network where it was going down. It's wild. It's crazy. I'm not on top of this and I don't want to know about it. I just don't like it. So yeah, I don't want to ask none of that shit to do nothing. So I'm so sorry it activated. I'm so sorry. It was not intentional. Organic cold pressed pomegranate juice changed your life. Wow, that's quite a statement. I did not know there was health benefits associated with organic cold pressed pomegranate juice. I do know that I have had pomegranate juice. It wasn't organic cold press, but I've had it straight. It's very sour, very thick, and it's kind of like almost a little bit too much to handle. I feel like it's definitely not something to drink on its own unless you are very inclined to that kind of thing. It might be a good mixer, but yeah, on its own, it's a little too much. Little too much. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I know. I'm with you, Lava. I'm with you. It's bad enough this fucking thing is right here. This old thing, this ass thing. Oh, I love my new cover. I get to change out my cover. Brittany's back, bitch. Brittany's back. Yeah, I'm just like distressed enough that shit is actually um listening to me, and it is. I know it is. I know I opted into all of that when I got a fucking phone. But yeah, I ain't gonna actually buy something to do it. Not like that. Screw that shit. Prance, my Siri is a Hindi man. He's pleasant, unlike the American woman. Ha ha. Okay. I didn't even know you could have different ones. That's even crazier. You can tailor your AI surveillance to your tastes. Yeah, you. Okay. Well, it is 9:37. We got about 23 or 4 more minutes left in the show. Remember, I'm here to answer your questions, not to rattle off about politics, because God knows I'm tired of talking about that shit. So if you got a question for the universe, please put it in the chat. Put it in all caps. I will spin the wheel of fortunes and we'll see what the universe has to say for you. Yeah. Okay. Scrolling up. I don't think oh, Mark has a question. Oh, no, just a statement. Sorry. No question, just a statement. But welcome, Mark. Thank you for tuning in. By the way, if you have not already clicked the like button on this show, please do so. Please do it now. Just fucking do it. Even if you're like, always do it. Just fucking do it. Click it and then tell your friends about the show. It's every Wednesday, 9 p.m. Central. I stream here on youtube.com/channel RCCola. You can always watch the old replays any old time. I got so many fucking shows up on the internet, and many of them have gems of wisdom that are not even like, I swear I predicted so many things. And I ain't like Alex Jones or none of them people that's like always bragging about it. It's just true that it happens. So yeah, look into my back catalog if you're bored. Uh, mm, 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 mm. Found you via the Austin subreddit. Well, I don't even know what that is, but I'm glad it exists. I get on Reddit sometimes just to read about people bitching about shit. So I'm glad you found me. Ah, I've been around for a while. It's true. I'm old school here. Old school Austin. All right. Well, if nobody has a question, I'm going to just do like a reading for the collective. And this is going to be because we're living in interesting times. Right? We are living in such interesting times. And it is a shame that we don't have always the capacity to enjoy it the way we should. Just like I was saying earlier, we don't have to get wrapped up in it in the wrong way. This can be grand comedy that we're here to witness. So let's see what the collective can do to appreciate the grand comedy that we're all living in right now. Okay, here we go. Pornicle! Oh, yeah. I love it when the pornicle comes up. Always a good time. Okay. Shh, 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 shh. Oh, my eyes weeping. Look at me. This is why I stopped wearing the contacts. Also, I ain't been to the eye doctor, but still, like, I have been having the worst reaction to this makeup. I feel like maybe it's this mascara. Maybe if I change the mascara, it will go away. This is something I'm formulating in my head. We'll figure it out eventually. Okay. We're going to generate a new number. Page 217 in the Pornicle for how the collective can get over their bullshit and just enjoy the ride. Page 217. I got to take these off. Hold up. Oh, we're getting into some like old timey shit here. 217. Okay. Here's what we got to do, y'all. We just got to focus on what's in front of us. Just focus on what's right there. You don't have to get worked up about the man and his shenanigans typically, because that's pretty far away. A lot of it's distraction. Just focus on what's in front of you. And what's in front of you could be a lot of fun. It could be a glorious thing. It could be a hobby that you love. It could be a friend that you enjoy spending time with. It could be your, like, I don't know, your kid's recital. It could be so many things. But there is a lot in front of you that you can focus on, that you don't need to worry about the outside. Just stick to what's in front of you and don't get too worked up about the shit out there. That's for the collective. Yeah, this pornicle has so many pornicles. It is like the pornicle, like, I don't even know. It's like the Russian doll of pornicles. Oh my goodness. Here's a question. Is my phone hacked? From Patrick. Yes. Here we go. Crystal. Ooh, a crystal again. How mysterious. We have had this one before. I'm sure we have. We've had a lot of repeat things, which tells me the universe really thinks you didn't learn the lesson the first time. So the first time y'all saw that pornicle, you didn't actually take it to heart and make it work for you. So, yeah. Or maybe the universe thought, this is a good one. We can just like rerun it and it'll still get good ratings. Could be that. Here we go. Is the phone hacked? What crystal is going to help you with this? Ooh, selenite. Clear the clutter. Perhaps it is hacked, but perhaps there's a way you can get rid of the hacking by disabling some permissions, right? That selenite is a protective stone and it is very brittle. So if you don't take care of it, it won't take care of you. So in this way, I think you need to just go through your permissions and just make sure that none of them have been turned on without your notice, because a lot of times that happens with an update or some new app. You never know. You cannot keep up with this shit. It's very difficult. And I commend you for wanting to even try, because I have given up. But go through your stuff, make sure nothing's been turned on, and then, probably you can get rid of any of this, like, overt spying. Of course, the subterfuge spying, you can't get rid of that shit. It's always going to be there. So yeah, I don't know if it's hacked, but it probably is hacked in that you just like was lazy and clicked I agree without reading the terms and conditions. Okay. Okay. You're welcome, Patrick. Who else had a question? I thought I saw one that wasn't in all caps, but I will read it anyway. From William. Hi, William. Any thoughts about when the stock market might dip hard September to December? Well, they always love an October surprise. And I'm going to dab my eye again. It's always the right eye. I don't know why. It's weird. It's weird. I'm confused about it. I might need to meditate some more. Yeah, I don't know. Here's the thing with the stock market. I've been promised some horrible stock market crash for maybe 25 years that I have never had actually happen, except for, there was the 2008 thing. I know that was a big deal. And there's other stuff that's happened, but I seen the big one, the big earthquake, like the thing that takes California into the Pacific Ocean. I ain't seen that shit yet. So I'm beginning to wonder if that shit's propaganda. I know that it's all very tedious and there's all kind of ways it can go sideways, but yeah, I don't know. That was the OraCola's choice. So what I'm going to do is do a tarot, because that's how I started this show. That used to be the only oracle that I ever did. And I feel like we need an archetypical answer for this very archetypical question of when, where, what will the shit hit the fan? Okay. Here we go. And temperance. Oh, manage the expectation here. This is what I just said. I think I just channeled it before the card actually come up. But here's the thing. You cannot predict or even begin to understand or even do anything about any kind of stock market thing that happens. What you can do is be prepared for if it happens, can you actually manage to keep on living your glorious, beautiful life without all that noise out there, right? So don't invest in the stock market if you're not one of them people who wants to take risks, right? This is a simple thing. Invest in your homestead. Invest in getting some kind of chickens or growing some crops or doing something hobby that makes you happy. Like all that stuff is helping you vibrate higher. When you're externally focused, you are missing out on the like water in the garden within. So yeah, I would say temperance. Just be like on the level. Don't get too wild about that shit. Don't worry about it. It ain't a thing. Now, if you got a whole lot of like stock market investments, maybe you need to diversify a little bit. Maybe that temperance is about taking some like things out of there and putting them into something else that might be, able to sustain you in case that one side goes lopsided. I don't know your situation, but that's just what I think. Just be kind of even and on the mellow. Okay, yes. Mark has a question. Is the vegan bakery off 53rd any good? I have no idea. I don't know what this bakery is. I do know that if you get to the point of having a bakery and you make vegan shit, oh look, Crystal came up again. Wow, we ain't got that one 3 times in a row in so many shows. Like a lot of times the Crystal don't actually show up. Anyway, vegan bakery, you either got one of two choices. You got a fly-by-night shop that is going to be shit and it's going to close quickly, or it's actually going to be fucking good. So how long has it been open? That's what I would ask myself. If it's been there a while, it's probably pretty decent. Now, whether or not you like vegan things, that's entirely your choice. I feel like certain vegan things can be done well and other vegan things cannot be done well. And it just really depends on how much actual like animal product is required to make the food taste good. If it's a lot of animal product, the vegan version probably ain't the best choice. Now, if it's just a little bit, yeah, you can probably get away with it. But here's what Crystal has to say about this. Labradorite. See the magic. Oh, yeah. Okay, so yeah, here's the thing. When you're talking about vegan shit, you got to change your expectations. You can't go into it thinking you're going to get the full fat animal experience. No, it's going to be its own thing. It's going to be its own animal, if you will. So yeah, I would say it's probably good if it's been there a while and people know the name and they've recommended it to you. But you should go in there thinking, I'm going to have a different kind of baked good. I ain't going to have the baked good that I am used to. I'm going to have a different animal. And it's going to be lovely and it's going to be nice in its own way. And if it sucks, well, I can always write a Yelp review. And that's all you can do. That's all your recourse. Never go back. But if it's good and you like it, well, go back. Hell, it don't matter. It don't matter. Also, it's fun to support local business. So yeah, I hope it's good. I ain't never eaten there, so I can't give you my recommendation, but I have had decent vegan baked goods. I will say this. I have had decent ones. I've even had some that I would eat again. I hope you get the same thing. All right. Nee, 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 nee. Let's see. We got another question here. Any thoughts? So we got the stock market, we got the vegan thing, we got deleted messages. Sorry. Sometimes you have to do things on the YouTube like your secret texting. You know, we got to do some asterisks and other things because the chat will just like delete certain things. Let's see. Goog, did my new crystal store friend watch OraCola tonight? All right. This is a fun one. I love to know if someone's watching my show. Oh, OraCola's choice. Yay. We get to do one. So this is a yes or no question. I think we have to use the digital diviner for this one. So we're going to see, did the crystal friend watch the show? Definitely. Yeah, they did. And if they didn't actually watch it tonight, they're going to watch it in the future because you're going to bring it up and they're going to feel guilty and they're going to at least click on it for like 5 seconds and say they watched it. So, yes. All right. It's called Zucchini Kills. Oh, okay. I have heard of this place. I've never actually eaten there, but I've heard it's good. So try it out. Let us know. Report back next week. We want to know what you ate and how it was and how it compared to the non-vegan version of that particular thing. Okay. You found a crystal store next to a meadery next to a gun shop. Wow, that sounds like a strip mall I need to be in, y'all. We could have the crystal shop and I could be doing the readings inside. And then there's the meadery where you can go have a drink and then you can go to the gun shop and buy you a gun after you got liquored up enough to actually like spend the money on that gun. Because I know it's a purchase. It's a whole thing. We do have a lotto ticket. I know last week we got $5. So it could be that we're asking the universe too much to give us another winner, but I'm going to put it in y'all's head to manifest this. I need money. Y'all, I'm not getting no work hours and I'm kind of in dire straits. Now I don't have to have a GoFundMe, but if this would hit at the what's the maximum prize here? What's it say? $5,000. Y'all, if I won $5,000 off of this, it would be so nice. It would be like a miracle. And also, I would even kick back a little bit to y'all. So all the people watching, I'd send y'all $50. No problem on Venmo. I'd do it. I'd fucking do it. So y'all manifest that $5,000. Just saying. Just saying. But we do have time for another question or two. If you want to put one in the chat, remember, put it in all caps so I can see it because I'm blind, I'm old, I'm feeble. I'm not as feeble as our sitting president, but yeah, I'm getting up there. Getting up there, y'all. I'm getting up there. And it's okay because I am living my life and trying not to freak out about all the shit. Vibrating higher, vibrating higher, vibrating higher, just like y'all should. It's how I live my life. Just vibrate higher. Get cut from work early. Don't think about how it's going to affect your bank account. Go home and do some like vibrating higher. Okay. 9:55, y'all. Come on. We got to have at least one more question. I already have one for the collective. One more question. Somebody put it out there. I know y'all got one. Patrick had a question. Oh, will they take out Trump again? Will they try to take out Trump again? Oh, my goodness. A lot of people say they will, but I don't know. The first attempt was so clumsy. OraCola's choice again. Oh my goodness. Well, should we dare ask Karen? I feel like if we don't ask Karen and we already asked Dick, she's going to get mad. So we're going to ask Karen about the next potential attempt on Donald Trump. Let's see. Hold up. What does it say? Very doubtful. Oh, Karen is like, no, it's not going to happen. She's like, I think they shot their wad the first time and they didn't prepare for the backlash, and maybe they feel like this is not going to be the route. Now, it could be that they take him out differently. That, he gets an illness or the cancer or something. They can do that. They can give you the cancer, a very aggressive one that just like takes you out like that. But I don't know. This is a very interesting point in our history, and I feel like they're trying to see where this next play is, how this next play is going to play out. This whole Kamala thing is going to play out. And let me just say this. As a white person, I know that Kamala ain't black. I know this because it is literally true. She ain't a black person. So I ain't going to fall for that shit about her being a black person. I ain't going to do it. I'm sticking to the truth that is out there from years and years ago. She is Indian and what is it? Caribbean, Jamaican, I don't know. She ain't black. She's Indian, if anything at all. And she may or may not be actually eligible to be a president based on the way her parents had her in the US. That's a whole other thing. I don't want to get into that shit. But let me just put that out there. Let's stop calling Kamala a black female candidate. She is Indian. Let's get it all straight. Let's not get it twisted. She is Indian. So yeah, I just wanted to make that clear that I understand that. And I ain't being racist by saying it because it's the goddamn truth. And I'm tired of the media trying to make me think something else. And for all y'all that's falling for that bullshit, I'm so sorry for you. But it is literally available for you to look up. Okay, this is propaganda you don't got to fall for. This is propaganda you can refute with a quick Google search. So don't fall for it, y'all. Don't fall for it. Okay. Had to get that out of the way. Oh, what was I going to say? Karen said it. Yeah, we're all good. All right. Mark, should I drive to the office tomorrow or work from home? Now we're getting into some fun questions. Crystal again. Oh my goodness. The Crystal Oracle wants to be heard tonight. It has never been this prominent. In all of the times I've done the OraCola, and I've done many OraColas. Many, many. Let's see. What do you get? Pink Opal. Be kind to yourself. Yes, stay home, bitch. Do not take that drive to work when you can work from home. Why would you do that? That's stupid. Just fucking stay home. God damn it. That was easy. All right, we had another one here. William, will Kamala take us to World War III? All right, I think that's going to have to be the last question because I do need to scratch off this ticket, but we're going to do this. Oh my God, another crystal. Crystal Oracle is showing out tonight. So yeah, go touch some rocks, y'all. The earth needs some love. The earth is crying out for your love. Vibrate with that crystalline structure that makes up this planet. Y'all been neglecting it. I've been picking up my rocks and making my little rock pathway. I don't know about y'all, but I'm always in touch with the crystalline structure of this universe. But let's see what Crystal has message for you. Okay, what we got here? Lemurian quartz. This is a new one. I don't think we ever had this one. Practice patience. Ooh. So maybe you need to be patient and wait for the whole thing to play out before you start thinking about World War III. Because we don't want to manifest that. I do believe that you can have a little bit of control about what's going on in your life. And if you are thinking about the negative shit, the negative is going to manifest for you. If you're starting to think about positive shit, even if the shit's not good for you, eventually the good shit's going to happen. So just be patient. Don't freak out. Don't start thinking the worst. Vibrate higher. That's what I always say. Vibrate higher, and the higher timeline will manifest. Remember, it's all out there. It ain't in here. All right, y'all. This has been a fun night. I'm so happy y'all came to hang out with me here on the dumpster fire that is July 24th, 2024. But I do have this final little thing that I need to do. We didn't get no Book of Revelation tonight, which is weird. Normally we get some. Like, this has been a constant companion for many shows. So I'm pretty surprised. And I'm actually happy because Lord knows I don't want the Book of Revelation to be talking about shit right now. Anyway, I'm going to use my phone just to scritch off this lotto ticket. I need a firm surface. And this is the same one we had last week where we got numbers. And if we get a 5 times or whatever time symbol, we win the prize. And that's how we won last week. We had a 5 times a $1. I got 5 whole dollars from the Asian grocery store down the street. Oh, yes, I did. And I spent it on some tip money for a drink or several drinks. And so I paid it forward. That's what we do here at the OraCola. All right, we got numbers. What do we see here? We got 11, 19, 2, 13, 12. 11 is the one we want to manifest, right? That's the 5,000, but any of them will do. I ain't going to bitch about any of them being a winner. Here we go. Y'all wish real hard. Wishing, wishing, wishing. And we did not win. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, well. That's all right. It happens most of the time. I do a scratch off that I don't win, but that's okay. It don't stop me from wishing, hoping, and vibrating higher until the next time when I do win. So yeah, I love y'all so much. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. God knows I don't know what's going to happen. All I know is that shit out there ain't got to affect this shit here. It don't. All right. I love y'all. Bye.